Right, ladies and gentlemen, Christopher Greene got some bombshell news to deliver today. Joe Biden's advisors are calling for an immediate potential invasion of Ukraine. Vladimir Putin does not want NATO on his borders, which means he does not want North Atlantic Treaty Organization missiles near his country. And so this has a lot more to do with his national security footprint, much like and share this video, please, get it out to your friends and family. Much like JFK, who we since lost because we know what happened to him, did not want missiles out in Cuba, so close to the continental United States and principally Florida. This raised a lot of security concerns. So they are saying that there could be millions of potential refugees fleeing and lots of casualties. So let's pray that that does not happen. Let's pray that there is some diplomacy. But to be honest, if I was Vladimir Putin, I would take Ukraine because I do not believe that the USA will do anything to stop that move. Because, as I've talked about for years, this is a strategic geopolitical conflagration decoy, like playing chess with my son. Put out a decoy so you can make the actual big move. So you're not paying attention, for example, to China, the much bigger concern. You're not paying attention to Taiwan, the much bigger potential event, which I believe will lead us into World War III. And I've been talking about this literally going on like over a decade now, guys. This is not new news. Ukraine has always been that very strategic geopolitical chess piece. Now this year, 2022, and I'm the one that coined this term. So if you hear it again, it's been parroted because I'm the only one that has said it. This will be the Great SHAKEOut. 2022 will be the Great SHAKEOut. Okay? Out of the dollar, out of your home as people lose their homes, out of their jobs, out of their careers, out of their investments. They have set the tone for what they called the new you-know-what. And now they're pushing ahead after accomplishing their mission. So this is going to be a tough year. It's going to be a year filled with opportunity. It's going to be a year filled with tremendous disruption. Case in point, let's look at the crypto markets. BitcoinRich.com. Bitcoin is up 43, 44K today. Notice it hasn't gone to zero. In fact, you're an idiot if you think Bitcoin's going to go to zero. It's not going to go to zero. It's your intelligence that is going to go to zero. Every world billionaire owns Bitcoin. In fact, it came out today that Elon Musk, the world's richest man, he's that wealthy, has over $2 billion of Bitcoin on his balance sheet. I think it is of Tesla. We're getting major news of other blockchains receiving huge investment from Sequoia Capital, Andreessen Horowitz. We are getting announcements from countries like Saudi Arabia that they're spending billions of dollars on the metaverse. And we're actually getting pretty good economic reports and quarterlies from companies like Amazon that are getting wealthier and wealthier. I mean, Jeff Bezos is so wealthy, they have to deconstruct a bridge. I guess they're not too concerned about the climate, if you know what I mean, just so his giant phallic symbol yacht can pass through part of the Netherlands. So times are good, guys. This is the roaring 2022s and the roaring 2020s. Like I told you, in fact, I posted a picture of Obama. He was out in his new home in Hawaii, oceanfront, right on the beach, beachfront. He's obviously not too concerned with rising sea levels or the climate at all. And in fact, all of his construction workers were wearing these on his face, but not him. So again, trust the plan. See what these people do, not what they tell you. It's not what the media narrative says, okay? It's not what these politicians or ex-politicians like Obama say that's the truth. It's actually what they do. Let's talk about the Joe Rogan podcast for a minute. All of that is engineered. They want Joe Rogan to get bigger. Do you understand that? So that they can create a vacuum to control the narrative with the guests that they want. Want to control Joe Rogan? Make him bigger. And then infiltrate his guest lineup. He even said himself, he's going to bring on more balanced guests. Okay? You control that lineup, people think they're watching the truth, but instead they're just watching CNN or Fox News remastered. So So that's what's going on. And by the way, that's already been occurring. That's already been happening. And notice how he has to pretend like there's still free speech in this country, but apologize every single day for everything he's ever said. That's not free speech, ladies and gentlemen. So if you think that that is like the saving grace of freedom in America, you're wrong. They want Joe to get bigger. And he'll probably leave Spotify at some point, start his own platform, or bridge onto a new one like Rumble, because that's the plan. That's exactly what they want. They have chosen certain people that they've allowed to pretend that there's this semblance of free speech still left. Like they're giving you some kind of balanced opinion when they're not. And that's my take on it. And that's really all I can tell you. I know a lot more too. And everything I just said is the truth. But again, we live in a world now where you know how bad it is, guys. So I can basically just lead the horse to water. So hopefully you think for yourself. So we are seeing outsized returns on Wall Street. We know the Federal Reserve is lying to us once again. They're not going to raise rates more than like 50 basis points. We're still going to be at zero. We are in an inflationary Great Depression collapse here in the United States, where it's not going to be the same as the 1930s. This is what you guys need to understand. It's not going to be the same as the 1930s. It's going to be a depression in reverse, where the prices are collapsing up, where the price of goods and services are getting out of control. Now with home utilization, for example, that can be rented on Airbnb at record daily rates is creating even more of a wealth gap and separating the haves from the have-nots. I mean, when you can rent your house, like for $2,000 a day, why would you rent it at a monthly to a long-term tenant with a real job at say $15K? You want it. So this is what they want. Again, this is what they've told you, ladies and gentlemen. You won't own anything. It's a rental society. They have complete and utter control. And also we have to be very concerned about what's happening in Canada, as again, you know, that could spiral out of control in a way that only serves them and serves what they actually want as a derived outcome of legitimate protest and angst, you know, regarding that situation. So that's also something to keep looking at. So everything I've just told you is the truth. We have major geopolitical conflict on the horizon. I hope I'm wrong about that. You are living through a Great Depression in the United States. Debt soaring, records, 30 trillion. It'll never be paid back. The government spending like a drunken sailor at a bar and taking out more credit cards with no intention of right-sizing that ship ever. What they're going to do is what I've been telling you they're going to do. Reset the financial system, move us into blockchain and crypto. For those of you smart enough to learn about it, and you should be at school and taking advantage of that promo offer, many of you will get rich. That's not a guarantee, but it is the plan. Again, what do you do when you've got so much debt and the country's so done and finished economically, financially, that you can never pay it back? Well, you flush that down the toilet, reset the system to a new one, and change the rules, just like they did in 2008-09 with the bailouts and the financial collapse, which they caused, and they just move us to a new dollar, a digital one, which will be blockchain focused, which will operate as a CBDC. Also something before 10 minutes here goes out, because I want to keep it short today, that I want to talk about. You're going to get a lot more clarity in the coming days and weeks on what regulators classify as digital property, as the case of Bitcoin, what is a security, as is the case of like how they've tried to classify XRP and maybe Ethereum, and what are digital currencies, and also how exchanges are being regulated. For example, Coinbase charges enormous fees per transaction, also makes money on a spread. That'll change as more entrants enter the market. And so they're going to have to figure out new ways to make money, of which I think they're going to do a phenomenal job, which is one of the reasons why I own so much of its stock. Just like Robinhood doesn't charge any fees for stock trading. This is the direction of where things are headed. What the regulators end up choosing, ladies and gentlemen, as not being securities, expect those instruments to skyrocket. And this is why you need to position now. So as the sun rises on my face, as I deliver the hardcore truth to you, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you to share this video, please, Get it out to your friends and family. Make sure you hit that little bell. Okay, you got to hit the bell now, right? You got to hit that too as well. You can't just subscribe. You got to hit the bell, jump through a bunch of hoops, hit the bell again, and then they'll probably take you off the bell, and then you got to slam the freaking bell again. And you've got to organically like and share this stuff. And then also, I want to see you at school. BitcoinRich.com, promo code Lambo. I am revealing a new 1,000 potential pick today, an amazing new technology, as well as reviewing where we are in the markets today and how to position for epic success in the Great SHAKEOUT of 2022, where I believe there's more opportunity and money to be made in the crypto blockchain space than there ever has been in the history of the world. Click the link, get in, want to see you there, and God bless. Jesus Christ is King. Read our testimonials, disclaimers on our website. I'm not a financial advisor, but I will teach you how to think different. Think and grow. BitcoinRich.com. School up here or down here. I'll see you there. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. Visit us at BitcoinRich.com right now. That's BitcoinRich.com and reserve your seat. Limited seating and prices going up soon.